ready with me and let's talk about how to break into cosmetic dentistry, and my answer might surprise you. And if you're new here, my name's Dr. Joyce Kong. I have a cosmetic dental practice in Orange County. So inevitably, the first thing that people do out of school is take very expensive CE courses like veneer courses. And I don't have anything negative to say about that because that is the first step to learning how to do these procedures. However, I can say with confidence that only a fraction of those people, a very small sliver, are actually going to put that information to use. What really divides the crowd between the people who are successful and the people who just become perpetual CE junkies is what environment you come back to with your newfound knowledge. Because the reality is that most people go to these courses and they get like super pumped up, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And they go back into their like associate jobs where you're like primarily doing volume dentistry and there's no cosmetic dentistry in sight. If you are at an HMO practice or even at a PPO practice, it is going to be an uphill battle because the environment is not built to support you learning cosmetic dentistry. And so for the people who are really serious about becoming cosmetic dentists, I say go find a practice where you can start doing cosmetic dentistry. And I know that sounds harsh, but I'm only saying that because I was in those shoes before and I found it very, very difficult to start doing dentistry, cosmetic dentistry that I was actually proud of. Reality is that it's not easy to break into cosmetic dentistry because you need these three things in order to do it, and they need to kind of go simultaneously together. And that is the education. So by all means, go take your CEs. The environment to start doing cosmetic dentistry that is built to support you. And number three are the leads. Now, the biggest driver of your success between these three things is not actually the education or the environment, it's the leads. Leads are how many people are willing to pay for your services. And so you can see why all three of these things kind of go together as you get better and better at cosmetic dentistry. But you'll notice that there are some people who are able to bypass the first two, which is the education and the environment, because they have leads coming in from whatever. It may be really popular on social media. There's just something extra that gives them an unfair advantage, that gives them the connections where people are willing to pay for their services without necessarily like having the best work or being the most educated or having an office that is like a high-end cosmetic office. Unfortunately, most people do not have special advantages, and so you need to work on each three of these legs to be developed simultaneously. And there's so much more that goes into this that we'll need to do a part 2 for. If you have any questions, leave them below and I'll make a video. Bye!